Meech is spiraling and out for revenge ever since 50 Cent cut him loose and exposed Big Meech for allegedly snitching. When all this drama popped off last month, Lil Meech was caught playing both sides like it was nothing. He even hit up 50, swearing up and down that he was still loyal, even though his dad was already getting cozy with Rick Ross. But that loyalty? Gone in a flash. Next thing you know, Lil Meech is all over social media, flexing in pics with not just Ross, but Floyd Mayweather too, two of 50's biggest enemies. Like, come on, what was he thinking? And just when it couldn't get messier, word is Lil Meech flipped on Ross too. Yeah, now it's looking like Ross was never really trying to help Big Meech in the first place. Instead, he was just riding the wave, using Meech's name to throw shots at 50 and score some clout. Now that the hype's wearing off, both Lil Meech and his pops are realizing they got finessed. And don't expect folks to feel bad for him either. Fans are out here saying Lil Meech threw away the biggest opportunity he ever had by turning on the one guy who truly backed him. People ain't forgetting. When Lil Meech was trying to rap, nobody gave him a shot. It was 50 who believed in him, kept it low-key, paid for 2 whole years of acting classes, and handed him the lead role in BMF. Instead of stacking up his wins and building something solid, rumors say Meech burned through the money like it was nothing. All that potential, wasted, just to chase a moment. Sources say Lil Meech blew through a wild $5 million in just 3 years. And get this, he didn't invest a single penny. Not 1 cent saved up for his dad's release. No business moves, nothing. Allegedly, all that money went into designer drip, iced out jewelry, and even feeding a rumored addiction to whippets. Yeah, the same laughing gas folks clown people over. Now that the cash is drying up, Lil Meech is unraveling fast, pointing fingers left and right, blaming everybody but himself for fumbling what might have been the biggest shot he ever got in life. It's like watching a crash in slow motion. So, did 50 Cent go too hard by cutting him off? Or was 50 just calling it like he sees it, keeping it real and holding people accountable? Fans are divided, but things got even more intense when Lil Meech and Big Meech popped up in Miami, chilling with none other than Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather. Social media lit up instantly. People started clowning the Flannerys, saying Ross was just using their name for clout. But Lil Meech didn't seem to care one bit. He doubled down, posing in flicks with Ross and Floyd at Lucky Strike, flexing like everything was sweet. And just when folks thought the drama was cooling down, bam! Meech threw slick shade at 50 with a bold caption, "Real power." Oh yeah, you already know that hit a nerve. 50 fired back immediately, posting a clip of Lil Meech hanging with Ross and straight roasting him.
How did Lil Meech blow through the $5 million that he made off BMF? They said that boy was buying every chrome heart made to man.
Then came the ultimate jab. 50 captioned the post with, "Yo, tell your pops I'm a lookout. What's the address? I'ma send him some wings over there." Whew, that wasn't just petty. That was personal. Straight up disrespectful. If you've been following the mess, you already know it all kicked off when Big Meech got out after doing over 20 years behind bars, and the first major move he made? Linking up with Rick Ross. That's when 50 Cent snapped and went into full savage mode, putting Big Meech on blast and pushing the claim that he might have been cooperating with the feds. But Big Meech wasn't letting that slide. He clapped back with a video, making it crystal clear. He said he's never snitched on anybody and even went as far as saying he'd rather die than turn rat. Heavy words. But did that stop 50? Not even close. 50 kept the heat coming, saying he had official paperwork tying Big Meech to third-party cooperation with Tammy Collins, allegedly. Now everybody's wondering, is 50 actually revealing receipts? Or is this just a high-level power play to take back control? Let's not forget, Tammy Collins is the name that keeps popping up, and the streets are whispering that she might be tied to some deep-fed connections. So was Big Meech really just caught up? Or is this all smoke and mirrors? But 50 wasn't only coming for the father, he came for the son too. Yeah, Lil Meech, who 50 personally put in the spotlight as the lead in BMF. When 50 started going public with those snitching accusations, Lil Meech peeped that 50 had unfollowed him on IG. That's when he hit him up, trying to fix things. He told 50 straight up, "This drama ain't my business," and even threw shots at Ross like F Ross. Then came the loyalty plea. Lil Meech said, "I'd take the shirt off my back for you. I can't believe this, man. You act like I'm your enemy." Whew. It's like loyalty got tossed out the window overnight. I've only ever shown you love and loyalty. I got my own problems, but I never switched up on you. That's what Lil Meech told 50. But that loyalty? It didn't last long at all. When 50 hinted that Meech might be getting the boot from BMF, the whole vibe changed instantly. Next thing you know, Lil Meech is in Miami, living it up with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather like nothing happened. Just days later, he posted a pic chillin' with his dad and Floyd, dropping nothing but a shushing emoji, like he was hiding some secret move. That's when things really got messy. All that "I'm loyal to 50" talk? Yeah. Turns out it might have just been damage control. Why? Because 50 had just cut off Lil Meech's biggest money stream. Word is, Meech ran through his entire BMF bag in just a few years. Instead of flipping the cash into long-term plays or solid investments, he allegedly blew millions on designer clothes, flashy jewelry, and living like a full-time rap star, even though acting was what really had him winning. We're talking custom chrome hearts jeans, luxury whips, iced-out chains. The man was on social media flexing hard. He even bragged about dropping $2 million on a watch. Like, seriously? And now, with the money running low and 50 completely out the picture, folks are asking, what's next for Lil Meech?
You know, with 50, and if you know 50 or you've been around 50, everything is loyalty with 50. If you're loyal to him, he's loyal to you. And like Meech said, he'll take the shirt off his back for you, and he's helped
because
so
he's
many
a cancer.
and he'll help so many people in the industry that he never talks about. He's gave so many people money behind the scenes. So when people switch sides like that, there is no off.
Rumors say he torched through $5 million in just 3 years. Bentleys, Pateks, endless partying, and not a single move made to set himself up long-term. It's looking like the flashy lifestyle came fast, and crashed even faster. After it came out that Lil Meech was allegedly hooked on whippets, yeah, nitrous oxide, that laughing gas people mess with at parties, 50 Cent didn't hold back. In a post that's now been deleted, 50 said he really sat back and thought about everything. And now he's laying the whole truth bare. According to 50, the root of the problem might have been Big Meech himself. He claimed, "I'm telling Meech not to mess with drugs, and Big Meech is telling him he used to do X like it's all good. I'm telling him to stop blowing money, and his dad's bragging about how much he spent." That's what 50 just put out there. And that ain't light. And let's be clear, 50 wasn't just talking about it, he acted on it. He said he's the one who had to send Lil Meech to rehab. Yeah, he covered it. Not Big Meech, not Ross, not nobody else. Even actor Russell Hornsby, who stars in BMF, saw it all going down. He said Meech showed up to set so high he ended up throwing up in the middle of a weapons test. And it gets worse. Crew member Ian allegedly found a stash of whippets in Lil Meech's truck and told 50. His reaction? What the F is whippets? He had to look it up, then realized it's that same stuff folks in the industry have quietly battled with, like a silent addiction nobody wants to talk about. But is there real proof that Lil Meech is addicted to nitrous? Or is 50 just lighting things up for show? Well, insiders are backing up the story. Underground rapper Brick Baby told DJ Vlad that Lil Meech is definitely an addict, and said the dude blew through all his BMF money without ever securing a future, or even helping his dad out financially. Now, Lil Meech is reportedly spiraling, realizing he might have fumbled the biggest bag he'll ever touch. Sources say he's furious at Rick Ross for using his dad's name for internet points without ever doing anything real to support Big Meech. But the public? They ain't exactly sympathetic. A lot of fans are saying Lil Meech has nobody to blame but himself. From the outside looking in, he had every opportunity, and still let it all slip through his fingers. Now that the dust's settling, Lil Meech is finally waking up to how bad he really messed this up. Word is, he's in straight-up panic mode. The money, gone. His connections, drying up fast. And that tight bond he had with 50 Cent, completely shattered. Sources close to him say Meech has been non-stop venting, talking about how he got played by Rick Ross. And let's be honest, Ross was never actually trying to help Big Meech. He used the connection to get attention, threw slick shots at 50, and now he's ghost. Vanished like he was never part of it.
From what I seen, because I remember when Lil Meech was rapping, nobody helped him, and then 50 put him in acting suit, kept it on the low, and he made all this money.
I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me.
Meanwhile, Lil Meech is stuck holding the pieces of a broken bag. The saddest part? Everything was handed to him on a silver platter. 50 didn't just give him a role in BMF. He mentored him, paid for 2 whole years of acting classes, and even cleaned up after him when things got messy. But instead of staying focused and building his future, Meech was out here wildin', burning through millions, chasing clout and partying with people who clearly weren't for him. All that fast life fun? It's crashing back down hard. Now, folks in Meech's inner circle are saying he's frustrated, desperate, and scrambling, trying to figure out how to get back in 50's good graces. But after all that drama, that might be a door that's closed for good. After everything that's gone down, the betrayal, the wild spending, the drug rumors, can Lil Meech even make a comeback? It's not looking good. 50 Cent hasn't said much since dropping all those bombs, but one thing's for sure. 50 ain't the type to take somebody back after they flip on him. Once you cross him, that door don't just close, it gets locked and bolted. So now the real question is, what's next for Lil Meech? BMF is still going strong without him, and 50's out here leveling up with new projects. Meanwhile, Meech is watching everything he had slip right through his fingers. That Hollywood dream, fading fast. Sources say Lil Meech is finally trying to get his act together. He's scrambling to fix his rep before it's totally too late. Word is, he's been calling up old industry contacts, trying to prove he's still got some plays left. But let's be honest, people aren't buying it. The streets are saying this is just what happens when you play yourself. Instead of locking in and building a legacy, Meech got swept up in the fast life. He thought the fame and money would never dry up. But now, the cash is gone, the respect is shaky, and the silence from 50 Cent is louder than any diss track. Even his fans are calling it out, saying this is the price of bad choices. He had every advantage, every opportunity to win, and he threw it away chasing the spotlight. Now, he's out here trying to clean up the mess. But with 50 staying quiet, it's looking more and more like that second chance ain't coming. With the walls closing in, Lil Meech is running out of moves. And fast. The industry's watching, and nobody's jumping to save him. The same people who once hyped him up are now keeping their distance, and his phone ain't ringing like it used to. Word is, some of his old friends are even low-key laughing behind his back, calling him a cautionary tale of what not to do when you get put on. And get this, insiders say he's been trying to land new roles, but casting directors aren't feeling the heat anymore. His name used to carry buzz, but now it's tied to drama, missed opportunities, and rumors that still won't die down. Directors don't want the baggage, and producers aren't cutting checks for someone they can't trust to show up focused and clean.
They charged me $200,000 just for this Cuban. This Cuban is like 1,100 grams. It's chunky, real big. I really can't have this on for longer than 3 or 4 hours. My neck started hurting. You know, you might find a regular Cuban for 50 or for 100 maybe, but you know, it's 200 just for a kilo.
What's the pendant cost?
3 just for the pendant. Right here, this is Antarctica. It's the big boy. This is Christine called it Antarctica. It's the chandelier. I might have seen DJ Khaled with this song. It's that big boy, you know.
How much is it gonna cost?
$2 million.
Even worse, some of the folks who once vouched for him are backing off. Quietly, respectfully. But it's happening. They're protecting their brands, and Lil Meech? He's becoming a liability. One wrong move away from getting blacklisted. Now he's left trying to rebrand, talking like he's matured, posting like he's focused, and trying to show the world he's locked in. But the internet's got receipts. People remember the wild flexing, the slick captions, and the loyalty that flipped overnight. The sad part? Lil Meech had the cheat code. A superstar mentor, a lead role, money in the bank, and a powerful legacy behind his name. But instead of building something solid, he played the game reckless. And now the consequences are stacking up. At this point, the only way out might be a full-on redemption arc. But in an industry that forgives slowly and forgets never, it's gonna take more than apologies and photo ops to win back that trust. Meanwhile, insiders say Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather are nowhere to be found, vanished like they were never part of the picture. Which only proves what folks were saying from the jump. They were never really in Lil Meech's corner. They rode the wave while it was hot, used the moment to take slick shots at 50, and dipped the second things started crashing. So now the real question is, what's Lil Meech's next move? Is he gonna swallow his pride and try to make things right with 50? Or is he about to double down, dig deeper, and go out swinging? One thing's for sure, his options are getting real slim. Let's be honest. Yeah, 50 Cent might have gone a little overboard with those snitching claims and all the petty Instagram jabs. But when you step back and look at it, 50 gave Lil Meech the chance of a lifetime. We're talking lead roll in BMF, millions in the pipeline, 2 years of acting classes paid out of pocket, and a straight path to Hollywood success. But instead of locking in and leveling up, Meech blew it all. Fast cars, designer fits, iced out jewelry, and now, nothing to show for it. No investments, no safety net. Just a bunch of clout that vanished just as fast as it came. And the biggest twist? He linked up with Rick Ross just to spite 50, thinking Ross had his back. Only to find out Ross was just using him as a pawn in his long-running beef with 50. Now the clout's gone, the support disappeared, and Lil Meech is left standing alone with an empty bag. So what do you think? Did Lil Meech crash his own future, or is there still a shot at redemption? Drop your take in the comments. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to stay locked in for more crazy stories just like this. See y'all on the next one.